spiritual healer that lives in South Australia, I'm here today to introduce my channel, first one, and also just to give you a little bit of my background. Mum, wife, came from the corporate world and went through some challenges while I became a parent and went through some stuff, and each experience as being a mum, as being a parent, has led me to different experiences, to different blessings. And so what I do is I work with your spirit, work with my spirit, source, God, whatever we want to call it, is that absolute spirit, that energy within us. And so what I do is I get guidance straight from spirit, and I also work with people to heal. I'm guided to actually go to past lives, to trauma that talks about, how to get rid of it, and we clear that, so we get rid of any patterns or any heaviness that we're carrying in our life, so we can really go on our life path and be the best person we possibly can. But the thing I really want to talk about today, which I kept getting my guidance, was just to talk about the children that are coming through now. Like I said, as a mother, I'm actually seeing my children and I'm manoeuvring different challenges they're having and blessings. It's very different from comparing it to, say, to my schooling and their schooling. Everything's changing. We have beautiful teachers that are coming through that are so guided, and we're having children that are actually asking for different things in life. The old ways no longer serve them. And the thing that happened in Australia yesterday was that a lot of school children took the day off so they could go and protest Parliament. They could go and protest, the ministers that are running our country. And it's funny, I happened to actually be walking past in a location I'm not ever there, and I actually saw them protesting on Parliament House here in my state. And there was a girl, and she was just talking about the rights of the children and how the ministers are maybe making wrong decisions or making decisions from the old way. Now, the other thing I've learned this year too is that even our chakras, so our energy systems, are changing. I think we had 7 or 9 in our body, and now we're actually moving to 12. And as we're moving from what they call the 3rd dimensional world to the 5th dimensional world, which is supposed to be all incorporated by 2032, and it did start in 2012, is that we're seeing people shifting their energy, shifting the transparency. We want transparency in our life. So what's happening is the energy system is changing. We're going from old way to new way. All the children that are born with the new chakra system, are born with this new energy system, and they want transparency. They are the advocates. They're saying, look, this is what we want, and they're not afraid to put their hand up. I know personally with my son, my second son, he was born and he is always wanting to be the first in line, wanting to be heard. And his biggest challenge in this life is to be heard. And, we actually need to allow him to be heard because he knows there's things that need to be said. Now, this is not coming from ego. This is divine. This is our energy source that is coming through us, that we're all connected, that we have this energy within us. The other thing is too, we all have our guardian angels. We all have someone that's looking after us, or an angelic being that's looking after us and has looked after us for many lifetimes. So it's important to connect with that angel, your spirit team, I call it. And it's amazing because when you get that support, when you know that you are in energy form, you've got support, not just physical form in earth, is that you can really do things in life. So it's important to really trust in that. Now remember, the voices of the angels, the voices of God, the voices of Source, the divine is always encouraging. Might be a bit firm and say, listen, you need to do this, but it will never put you down. It will never tell you that you're not good enough. It's always about encouragement, guiding you to maybe make a choice, one or the other. And if you really listen, it's that gut feeling, it's that wonderful space to be in. You can't go wrong. But anyway, going back to these children, as I walk past, you could actually feel the vibration of these children. And I know a lot of people at the moment are calling, these children either star children, There was the indigo children, crystal children, rainbow children, and it really was, you could actually feel the frequency and the vibration that these children were holding that space. There was peace. They were able to be articulate and explain what they needed, and it wasn't with aggravation, it wasn't blame, it was taking responsibility and saying, you know, we need to live on this earth. Now the other thing that's happened with this new chakra system is there was one chakra that is the Earth Star, and that is connecting to Mother Earth, Gaia, I think people are calling her. So it's that Mother Earth energy. Now Mother Earth, there's a lot of karmic lessons there that can be learnt, that may be a past life, and even in this life with all the mining and the stripping of the soil. Now Mother Earth, nature, she's very loving, she's very supporting, and when you actually tune into that chakra, it can be very welcoming. But sometimes if there's a karmic lesson, if there's something that needs to be healed, that will come up. So it's really important. So it was very interesting yesterday to actually feel that these children were connecting to Mother Earth, and then they were able to articulate what was necessary for Mother Earth, and then going forward. And again, this was the divine. So this is the divine chakra that is connecting us to our source. So it's almost like we're connected to the divine right at the top and connected to the earth chakra right down the bottom. And when we're completely imbalanced, this is when our life path just flies. Now I'm going to pull some oracle cards because I do want to really talk about, and one thing that happens too is when we have a lesson, when there's things coming up, it's really important to get validation. So for example, if you've got a guardian angel and you start hearing a name of your guardian angel, or what you're going to do is you're going to get validation that that name starts popping up everywhere. So you get verification, or there's something that comes up. So sometimes I'll pull an oracle card because it's almost like verifying what the lesson was. So, you know, it was interesting. I wasn't sure when I was going to post my first YouTube channel. I knew I was eventually going to have to do it. And just all night I kept getting divine saying, you need to talk about these crystal children, you need to talk about the crystal children, it's very important. So what I'm doing is holding up the card that I've got. This is the indigo deck, and it's compassion. This is about having our message from love. This is not hatred. This is loving one another, and most of all, loving Mother Earth, connecting with nature, being led to look after our planet. And the children of today are wanting this, and they are not afraid to talk about it. They're not afraid to have dreams and dream big and know that they're achieving their dreams. They're coming onto this earth knowing they can achieve a dream, or they've got a dream to fulfill, and they're not going to be stopped. We see it even now with education, with the teachers. The teachers are teaching differently. The students are needing different things. There is peace sometimes within the schools. You can see the children that are up to ground, and when a child can ground themselves, or with the help of others, they can really fulfill all their dreams. I'm just going to see if there's one more oracle card that I need to play. So this is the romance oracle cards. Just again, wanting to get validation of the children that are coming through now. Even for me, it's interesting that I am a mother at this time and bringing up children. Now this is interesting because it's stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. But it's not just about romance. This is always being in faith, always holding the positive light, and being able to put one foot in front of the other in true faith. This is all about faith. And see how she's got her hands out to receive? It's always being open to receiving the messages. Now this is not the energy of entitlement where it's, oh, what's in it for me? This is, please give me the guidance so I can go forward on my life path and be the best version of myself, so then we can all be connected. So thank you for listening today. Thank you for being with me on this journey of my first ever video on my channel. Please feel free to contact me. I'm at, you can find me on Facebook at Helping Parents or Paula De Francesca. My website is www.helpingparents.com.au, It does need to be updated, so have a little patience there. I do spiritual readings. They're about 90 minutes to about 2 hours, either over the phone or through FaceTime. And what it does, it allows you to be the best version of yourself, but it allows you to clear any trauma, and you actually start connecting with your divine, with your guidance, to be the best version of yourself. So blessings to everybody. Thank you so much. I'm really appreciative of the space that we're holding here, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.